Hey guys, so in today's video, I thought that I would give you a little bit of an update on how the puppy is doing. So I want to give a little bit of a backstory in case you guys are new to this channel um, or don't know what is going on. We have a 12 and a half week old dachshund puppy named Wicket, and we took him to the vet because he was having these, well, he wasn't feeling good. He wasn't acting like himself, and he was diagnosed with puppy strangles, which sounds a lot more horrifying than it actually is. I mean, it is not a good situation, but it sounds much more horrible than it actually is. It's basically like a skin issue. It's like a juvenile cellulitis, and eventually they grow out of it. Well, we have been to the vet. Yesterday would have been like the third or fourth time. And so yesterday was basically just going in to get him checked over again, check his ears because he did have a double ear infection as well. Um, so yesterday was again a recheck, like I said, and the vet actually was very impressed with how he is doing. So that is awesome. Um, I was very excited to hear that. And he was honestly healthy enough so that he could get his second round of puppy shots, um, which my fiance's mom actually owns his sister from his litter, the same litter. Um, and she does not have puppy strangles. So it seems like the males of the litter are the ones being affected because there was another um, puppy who was also affected with puppy strangles from the same dad. Um, so yeah, it's just been very stressful. I've been very worried about the puppy, but like I said, thankfully he was healthy enough yesterday to get his second round of puppy shots. The breeder actually got the first round done, and so he hasn't been healthy enough to get any more shots since we brought him home, just because he's been on steroids and they were worried about compromising his immune system any further because this puppy strangles is basically where his immune system is attacking itself for no known reason. So that is the very stressful part of it. We didn't want to introduce vaccines into his system that could potentially aggravate his body even more or cause his body even more stress or cause it to attack itself even worse. So that is why they had chosen not to give him any shots. But like I said, yesterday was an awesome news because he was able to get those shots, and then he goes back in a month to get another set of shots. So that's super exciting as well. And then he'll have one more round of shots before he'll be done with all of his puppy shots. So they also swabbed his ears because he does have like some scabbed over areas in his ears, which I've left there because I don't want to bother them. He scratches them and they open up and bleed, and I don't want to bother them. Um, and the vet told us that there is no more sign of infection, so that's awesome. The lesions on his skin, which is caused by the puppy strangles, they cause lesions and pustules and things like that. Those are basically almost gone. There's a couple spots that are still like scabbed over, and they may cause scarring. We don't know. It just kind of depends on how it goes with everything, like his recovery process and all of that. Um, the vet did tell me previously when I had gone in with him to get rechecked the last time, um, that he might have scarring like on his muzzle or his snout, just because on his lower jaw he had some spots there. But she was more worried about those spots than she was any of the other spots. However, it is possible for him to get scarring at any of the spots that are affected. It just kind of depends on how his body recovers and how his body reacts. So either way, I am fully happy with the fact that we got basically a clean bill of health or an improving bill of health. And I was really happy that she said that it was safe enough for him to get those shots. Um, because we want to be able to travel with him. We want to be able to take him outside and for him to be around other animals. And, I want him to be able to go down and meet my mom's dog. And right now, he's only allowed to be around dogs that are within the household. So, um, he's able to be outside and things like that as long as we're at home. But I want to be able to bring him around outside, around different places, around different animals, so that he can socialize because he's 12 and a half weeks old and we haven't really been able to socialize him at all because he's been sick. So I'm hoping that he gets better soon. And now that he is getting his sets of shots done, then we'll be able to have him around other animals and be able to take him around and, like I said, socialize him. Because I have plans this summer. I want to go to see different waterfalls in the state of Michigan. And so that's kind of the plan for this summer, is to go around and find different waterfalls. And I want to be able to bring him with. So hopefully we're able to get him out and about and seeing different things. So I'm just happy that he's finally in the process of getting vaccinated. Um, So I'm super excited. But anyways, that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions about puppy strangles or our experience with it, definitely let me know. If you guys have any other questions or have any topics you would like me to discuss on my channel in the future, let me know that as well. And I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's video.